just a little forever world. Getting started, doing stuff, got just little bits going. We started up an amplified world. As you can see, the terrain is crazy. It's crazy fun. I've found myself a little hill. I found myself a little couple cows. I've got wheat. I've been tearing down this hill. It's been taking me forever. I've gone through 17 shovels, I swear to God. But yeah, there's a hole here in the middle that I probably need to get down in at some point because there's mobs down there. There's all kinds of mobs down there. I need to get down there and light it up somehow. But anywho, yeah. Oh, I know how I can get down there. Water. I'll drop a water stream and then go down there and light it up a bit and then come back up the water stream. So yeah, forever world. I know I didn't like come to a good finish in the hardcore world, but man, so many days of hardcore was just, it got to be too much. So this is going to be a little bit more chill. I don't care if I have deaths, but yeah, we'll turn it into a forever world and we'll do some fun stuff. It'll be pretty interesting with the amplified terrain setting. We'll see if we can deal with it. I think we can because, like, sure, that over there is ridiculous, right? But, oh, well, almost fell off. But, like, you know, there's some nice plain, kind of plain areas around, right? It's not all crazy, isn't it? It's all completely nuts. I love it. It's so much fun. So, yeah, stick with me. We'll have some fun. So we've got a little area cleared. We've got a couple of cows going. We got a little teeny tiny farm going to feed the cows so that we can get a food source. The problem, usually your basic problem with amplified is food, and like those early game easy wins that you get on a normal world where you go scoffing about and you just grab, oh look, here's a village, and oh, it's nice and easy. Yeah, well, that type of stuff doesn't tend to happen on a amplified. I don't know where villages are. I do know from playing in them before that they're usually like kind of hidden. Like you'll fall from like a great height and oh, you land yourself in a village and you're like, oh, well, I couldn't have seen this. So yeah, anyway, what we are going to do is we're going to do it the hard way, and we're just going to grind, and we're going to maybe put in some water streams, some water elevators down to the main area down there, and then maybe put in a drop chute, or maybe even just a staircase down to bedrock so that we can do some mining. We'll get some diamonds. We'll do it the old-fashioned way. We will not. We'll just end up not doing as many of the OP villager stuff. And that's fine. We do it the old school way. That's easier, right? Well, not easier, but that's the way we can do it. It'll be fine. Oh, that's what I picked up. I picked up my I have a trick. I love my trick, and I borked my trick. So when I'm breeding up animals like this, it's real easy. If you throw something on the ground, that is going to despawn in 5 minutes in game time. Animals are ready to breed again in 5 minutes in game time. So you go breedy, and then you drop something on the ground. And when that's gone, it's time to breedy again. Yeah, I botched it though. I picked up my dirt block. Oh well. Slow going on the early days. You guys know how it is. We're just gonna keep expanding the wheat farm. Maybe make a trip down, make another bucket, make a trip down, get some water so we can do an infinite water source up here, and also probably chop down a bunch of trees and start expanding the storage already, because obviously I have enough dirt to choke a cow. Yeah. So getting on with it. Oh, I did it again. I'm also getting a healthy supply of eggs. That's going to be helpful, I think, for another line of food, or maybe if I have to, arrows with feathers, or long term. It's really good for roses, wither roses. Yeah. So let's see here. How are we going to get down and back up easy? I think we take this water. Where's that? We take this water. Oh, man. I don't want to screw up my farm. So I don't want to take the water just in case. So we are going to do this the hard way. Yeah. Well, I screwed up. I guess we're starting over again. I'm glad I wasn't that far. Oops, I'm going to try not to bob like that. Yeah. So apparently, I was trying to install a couple of mods. Here, I got a list. Let's see here. I was trying to install FreeCam and simple fog control and a logical zoom. Flashback. I couldn't find flashback. Yeah. Anyway, just a few quality of life mods, stuff to make recording easier, stuff to make recording better, like the fog mod to get rid of fog in the nether eventually. But yeah, I transferred the world over and I botched it. When I loaded it up, I loaded up here. So I have no idea what I did. No idea. I'm not a tech wizard. I'm not bad, but apparently I'm bad enough. So I guess we're starting out again. Yeah. I'll try and catch up to where I was and get some a food source going, and maybe a little place to call home. And it looks like this world's not even amplified. Like it doesn't look like it's an amplified world. I can't really tell in the menus on CurseForge. It's not as easy to identify that you created it in an amplified. So I don't know. But I'm not changing again. I'm not changing again. I do have, let's see here. Load. No, what is it? Data packs. Yeah, data pack list. There's, I botched that too. Data pack list. So I do have my data packs that I loaded up. Anti-Enderman, obviously, you can see them on screen there. And then let's see if is there a way to look at the mods? So yeah, the mods that I have going are fabric, and that's just kind of a building block. And then just FreeCam, lithium. Lithium is just a thing to keep the performance good. So FreeCam, logical zoom, and simple fog. That's it. And then some of the data packs. and it just went a little bit, and then I botched it. So anyway, back to it. It is only episode 1 and now 2 and then back to 1. But yeah. Oof. Something I did notice when I was editing those first 2 videos is I was complaining about food. Meanwhile, I was swimming through kelp fields. So yeah, I decided that to start this one, I'll go ahead and grab a couple stacks of this kelp, since I did the same again, starting in a kelp field. And we'll just grab exactly 2 stacks if we can. And then I'll have a little bit of food if we have problems. 62, 63, and 1 more piece. And now we're gonna do the same. We're gonna head north. Now I could grab like the wood from that, or maybe climb up there and find wood and get a boat. But I think I'm just gonna swim for it for a while. This very well could be an amplified world. Look at that. Much like in the last world, I really like building out of dark oak, so we're going to probably use this first dark oak tree here right in front of us, and we are going to get some saplings and probably dig into the hill a little bit and get our first bit of cobblestone and get started here. However, just in general, this is more of the amplified world that I'm used to. This is less shattered. This looks, livable as opposed to the nonsense that was in that other world. That other world was really broken. So maybe this is a blessing in disguise. So there. Ha! It works. There's my sheep. But it's dark, and I also saw, little Mr. Skeleton over there. So I think we're just going to continue on, because that skeleton's going to be underneath a canopy of trees. And I don't have but just an axe. I don't even have any kind of armor on. Let's go ahead and just wander on. Again, this world, I've got the fire tick off, and I've got commands enabled just for things like the fire tick, but that's really about the only stuff that I care about is fire tick being off and Enderman griefing being off. Mostly it's just a pain. We call that Spicy Island. I think we zigged when we should have zagged. A little information about polar bears. Polar bears are a semi-neutral mob. When they're just alone out there like that, they're not going to attack you at all. When they got their little baby near you, they will be aggressive if you get near. Additionally, the ice wastes are no place to call home. So we're going to go back. If we can. Crap. Ooh, a village. Okay. I can handle a village. I'd said in my last one that I wasn't going to do a village because, oh, where'd my boat go? Don't know, but I'm going to die. Ooh, an outpost. More ice. Now this is a new village, and that is a blacksmith. Nice. A little bit of iron and some gear. I'd love some gear. Thank you very much. Oh, that's east. I think we're going to call this little area home. We've got a bit of a birch forest. It's kind of low key on the ground. We've got this nice big mountain here next to us. We've got some islands. We've got, I don't care too much about being near a shipwreck, but there's a shipwreck there we're going to go look at in here in a second. Yeah, I think this might be a nice area to at least settle down for a minute, organize, maybe do a bit of farming, do a bit of preparations to go farther, branch out from here. So let's make some chests, shall we? We've got 16 planks, so that, makes a nice even one double chest, and we can dump some junk. I think we're off the dried kelp now. We got a little bit of regular food, extra bed. There we go. I feel like even in a non-hardcore series, things like this are kind of important. It's that, you you get these baby zombies, and even with a shield and a sword, you end up with your first death. First deaths are always kind of important to share, don't you think? It was about this time that I decided it's time to get into the mines. Always a good idea to get down into the mine, and you get your initial supplies of your coal and your diamonds and some redstone, and get started on really the basics. And here's another in the firsts of the world, our first mined diamonds. Of course, these are in the way of the mine, so I'm going to have to mine them out. I'm not going to be able to wait for fortune or anything like that. I've got enough diamonds to make a enchanting setup already up top, but these are kind of in the way, so I'm going to go ahead and mine them. Not sure how everybody else does it, but I kind of do it the same way every time when I'm setting up a mine. I come all the way down to bedrock. I set up a little room and use that as my base of operations to set out branch mining from here. But I think that's going to do it for today's episode. I am going to start going through and getting set back up for this world. I will see you next time. Please like, please subscribe, do the things, hit the buttons, comment, let me know what you'd like to see in a forever world. I'm going to set up shop here, and I will see you next time. Bye.